How do you say that in French? Anywhere.
C'est 5 de janvier.
5 de janvier.
But two fellas that took an Indian with them one time? No. Not the two fellas that brought an Indian guy with them. And when they got done, eating lunch at noon, they had ham sandwich. And the Indian asked him, he said, what you got for lunch? He said, ham sandwich. So he looked at that and it was good, pretty thick, you know. So next time Indian goes to town and buy ham sandwich. So when he went to town the next time, he went up there at noon, you know, he wanted to eat. He went in a restaurant and told this old girl, said, I want 2 ham sandwiches. So he walked outside and he looked at the fly thin thing. He come back in the place. He said, who got ham? The lady said, well, me. He said, almost miss, huh? He said, almost miss. You know, almost miss the ham.
Let's hear some hunting stories. I want to hear something about what's most duck you ever killed in one morning, Henry?
Well, you gotta do that thing, my buddy. You just gotta settle back. You gotta wait till everything's going on. You don't ask people.
All right, here, Fruge, we're gonna put you in.
Proper technique of video cassette.
I killed one morning. I was at Lulu, and he said, go on the mud boat. I went in the field to a blind close by because he wanted us to kill some ducks for the camp.
Oh, yeah.
Went there one morning, killed 57, 29 green heads and 28 hens. Cool. And 57 ducks in a little bit of P-rod with the guide and me and the gun and your boots and the duck. I had to roll on the edge.
Don't let that happen.
And brought him back in. That's the most I ever killed.
What kind of fire y'all had? Paw Paw was a big open fire or just little fire?
Nice Rosos in those days. They had Rosos, and it was big round pond.
You don't want to shoot any widgeon or gray ducks, nothing like that?
That's all that come in there. I
was trash ducks back
I'll
then.
never forget that all my life. I killed, they had three ducks coming. We didn't know what they was. And the guy was calling, you know, and when they dropped their feet, they go down, he said, take them. I got up, you know, and I just shot one. There was 3 of them. And when this one, I shot him, and one on each side, they crossed like that. And must have crossed the same time I shot, kill all 3. I was waiting, you know, waiting for one to go up to kill all 3 of them.
You told me one time you shot
Never forget that.
six ducks and you thought it was good ducks and it turned out to be spoonbill.
No, not me.
Let me try
Me and Leroy went on the standard one time, and I think it was 81 or 82 we killed.
Just mallards and...
Just mallards, but that's all it was.
Just mallards.
There was 29 green heads and 28 hens.
Didn't y'all hunt on teal wheat one time and kill a whole bunch of green-winged teal?
Yeah, I remember the bird I was still in the boat. They run the lines in the morning, and I went in there and I killed them. There was mud, the wind blew the ducks way in the back. I tried to go get them and I had to crawl. When they come back now, I had 7 teals in a big pot roasted just like that.
Browned up and everything.
Yeah, and then another day I cooked them a fish supper. Yeah, they didn't want me to leave. They wanted to go around there, bring them a little can of beans, and run their line, take them a good while, you know, and when they come back in the evening,
they were ready for a good meal.
Yeah, and I had the thing all cooked and ready, you know, they didn't have to do
I started good. I remember the time David and I went out and killed one from Ganson. Tarzan's Lake. That was the Tarzan's Lake. Sometimes they all believe in killing us.
That's right.
Tell us about the rabbit you shot this season, Dave.
No, I was just walking along. My dog's carrying me up, shot it. What else?
Fell in the lake.
Huh?
Fell in the lake.
Is that the one you shot?
A little bit, you know.
Is that the one you shot with a light?
No, I don't do that anymore.
That's when you were
I'm gonna get you to drive. You would drive while we were shooting out the back of the truck. All you knew was first gear, was it? Oh, Michael! Everybody fall down the back of the bed of the truck.
I'll never
Stop right here!
A long time ago, and Lil would be staying out here, you know, and Danny and them always running the yard, you know, and they used to leave over there after dark.
Friday afternoon.
And one would drive the truck, and two stand up in the back in the cab, you see, and then they had Whitney to go get them. The two on the top, each one had a headlight, see, and drive the truck down the road, and they're looking on that side. And if they see something, knock on the cab, you see.
The second one slam on the brake.
Down, Whitney run out there and get him, you see. And we used to come out here from Crowley all the way here.
Mostly gravel roads.
Except for here and everything, and all the way back. They used to maybe fill up 2 rice sacks with rabbits and stuff and everything. One time Whitney, they shot him, you know, and Whitney run out there. And there was a big old coon or something. And
I gave him up.
you ready to jump on Whitney, you know. Turn around one back. Then sometime while they was here, they'll go over there and just get out there like a big one in there. And they would kill rice sacks full of them. I'm telling you.
And Mike went down there, Mr. Fruge went to the Silver Dollar one night. He had a pair of rubber boots on, remember that? Man, I then got halfway looped up in the back, we hunted rabbit. I stood up in the back of that truck making about 30 miles. They treated himself a bit more. I couldn't get it out.
Yeah, when we first had this camp here, you come here on Saturday evening, get here, and two of the fellas, take each one a gun, go right out there and follow that little piece of marsh. Come back with a big a mess of Jack's knife for supper. Or we come back and come across Tipperary, you know.
Yeah.
And some ride on the back of the truck, some drive, coming down the road, fun, doves all along. Get here, man, we have a whole bunch of doves to cook for supper.
Where's Tipperary?
You turn off past Riceville by the railroad.
Oh.
Turn off.
Off of Barnes, yeah.
That road there, yeah, that's it. That's Tipperary.
I think the only thing we didn't eat in this camp here was snakes. We'd eat bluebacks.
That's right. Well, one time we had a gumbo, we had mockingbirds.
Bluebacks, remember that?
Coot, bullback, large, blackbird,
Criminals.
Everything.
We're going to show this one at your board meeting.
Old man Dominic, one time he went out there, he had a double bear. I'll never forget that as long as I live. He crossed the fence, it didn't have all that trees. And here comes that old blue heron. Somebody said, look, Dominic, the goose out there. He started shooting that fucker. He's running, reloaded, gun.
Yeah, we brought him out there hunting, and he didn't have no boots on. I had to put him on my back.
Carried him on your
and
back.
walk in the mud and then water up to the blind and put him in the blind.
That's what he was flying the other day.
So we had to carry him out too. So we was coming back and had a little white crane back there. And he went up there, you know, and boom, boom. Every time, every time, boom, 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 boom. Then he started running, he kind of crippled one. Run and get kind of close. Boom, boom. Run again. Boom, boom. Run. Got back here, he's telling. He said, I killed it the first shot. I killed it the first shot. He ran that damn old crane fire there. How many shots? I killed it the first shot.
We used to go to the pond right here and fish bass every morning. We'd go out there in the morning and catch a bunch of bass. Well, he'd go fishing and then he'd walk in that water and he'd too tight to bind up the fish king. He'd tie his damn fish on the string, you know. And he'd let that shit drag way back. And he caught a bass. I don't know how big the bass was anyhow. He said it was 5 pounds. That's fucking keggy. We went fishing. I don't know if it was me and Mr. Tass or me and Keggy. Well, there's 2 of us that went fishing right on the point one day there. Anyhow, we caught one pretty good size, and Keggy told him, he said, he had missed a big old bass. That's my bass! That's my bass!
He said he caught a bass that had a string on it. That's my dad. They had a string on it, king in his mouth.
Oh, that's
The last one was a string. Then we had a wharf going on. I had a wharf out there on the edge of the river and had a
They remember the little
black
walk.
wall.
Yeah,
We got off of that black
I
wall.
had a cowboy hat on, you know, and one of
Got off of that
drink, you know, and after I fell in the water and fished me out, I said, well, I'm going back about my business. I put my hat on, filled with water, you know, fell all down my face again.
So he fell off of that walk and he blamed it on Big E's. He said, he pushed me off. I didn't talk to him. Said he pushed me off.
You have approximately a half hour to shoot with this?
Yeah.
Better stop it for a while. Eat.
You shot on there by 5.
No, I got one cartridge to a cheapskate.
No, it's all the battery.
One time me and George went to crawling, and I didn't know you had a restaurant.
Poor Michael.
So George told me, he said, we're gonna go get a dump. No, we got into that though, man, he wanted to give us this and give us that, to give us some meatballs to get, he should have, he wanted to give us this body, I think it was bad.
That's gonna be really.
And he had courage, you know, he used to sell it, kept somebody doing that. He fought. He didn't like you. He was good enough.
Oh, that's what they do.
Couldn't on fire, but if he liked you, he took you.
They were camping out his backyard one night, and he didn't want to let his
And he used to come there, everything was crap.
Yeah, you're right.
This kind of forget it, that kind of forget it.
Enough light or is it the lights on?
Yeah, I like it. Like that. You
With
could
the light on? Elbow? Huh?
That's what we get Paw Paw for Christmas, some little wine glasses for the kids.
No, I got glasses at my house, I went to the store. People used to give us glasses.
About how much you want?
Yeah. Now y'all got the...
Italy is the biggest exporter of wine from all countries.
Yeah, I'm ready.
One of the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost came in. Bless us, the Lord, and we like this, and we like to receive from that abundance and bless us, the Lord. One more time, man. We've been eating something here for a long
Oh, yeah.
and
Tell you what, that gumbo.
on you? Yeah, come on, David.
That gumbo.
It's really better than that.
Not David. You learn a little bit more French.
All I get thick. Gumbo is better thick than his skin.
It's all well minute the second time.
Oh, no.
Yeah, when you fry like that, you can do it. You gotta fry it to a
Thin stew, though.
You fry it.
fried brown makes the gravy, the gumbo brown.
Mr. Fruge, when you make a gumbo, do you always fry your meat or not?
Ham, you know, if it's fat, you put it in a pot, no grease, no nothing, and cover it up.
Yeah, you're going to play some more.
Let it cook the water out,
Yeah.
and it melts the grease and everything, then it'll get brown, you see. And then you take the grease out.
It's like a little wine, like.
Take the grease and make the roux, and then put wire, put it.
Get your glass now.
But I was wondering, you know, like these ducks, how about these ducks? You brown them and then you...
No, I ain't brown now. I'll brown my ducks for the gumbo.
No fat in ducks, you don't have to do that.
Well, I skimmed off the whole thing.
Yeah, but that was the grease I put in there to make the roux, see?
Oh, that's good. Well, hey, brother,
I'll be brown, but
we're gonna have to pull this back there because I can't reach my whole face back.
Oh, damn sure.
Now here's a little bit of pepper vinegar. I'm gonna get a teaspoon and put it in there.
Let's see if I can find out the bluebell. You put a bluebell every day, David, but he's talking about the funny part.
When they say when you put a spoonbill there, you're supposed to put a sock on it.
What you call a one-and-one, huh?
Yeah, 1 and 1. You said like that. You said in case the fish is.
Okay, now the cameraman's gonna jot in. Dang, that's good. Where am I sitting? Everything. Party news on wild. You ever hear that song before, people? Party news on wild. Hey, Carl. Let's talk about drinking. Let's don't talk about marriage. Mighty hours.
Is that the,
news on wild.
Gumbo. I make gumbo. I make gumbo at the
I'll tell you, that was
I don't
very
enjoy it
gumbo.
because you can't put salt in it, you can't do this, and you can't do
you on low
that.
salt diet or what?
Well, you have to cook it without salt,
Oh.
and then you put it in your plate, then you put the salt, you see.
But not in this case.
And the damn salt, it works on some things and some things that don't work. Like catfish fillet, don't put that no salt on there.
Makes them tough, huh?
Run it. I don't want to eat catfish up until now. And then that was since we went to Mississippi in the summer. Eat catfish up there.
What do you mean, when you season them?
So we're gonna pick you up, huh?
Don't season them with salt.
Don't put that salt on them. It's no good at all.
And how about other fish?
Yeah, I mean, we're picking you up
And
in the morning.
now like a beef roast.
We'll pick him up in the
That salt on it, it
morning.
works. Beef roast.
I mean, that's not.
A lot of things it works on.
You have to just chew on it.
But some things it no use to put it don't work. It really
I didn't know, sure.
running the taste.
We might need him to wake us up anyhow, David. You got a alarm clock right here. Oh, okay. I thought you drank a whole bottle of wine, though.
Well, set the clock, David.
I will set the Bartolome for, 3:30 a.m.
Dishes too, don't forget that.
Huh?
We're gonna go out there and clean all them dishes up.
Well, that don't take long. Put it in that big dish pan I got under the sink there, and just rinse them, and I'll wash them in the morning while y'all going.
Hey, Albert, what time are we getting up in the morning? 5:30, 5:15.
Oh, Albert, it don't make any
Well,
difference.
I gotta get up and take the car.
He's still up night and day.
You need to be out there for 6:20, dude. You gotta have to brush it up, so y'all should start walking out.
We'll probably have to color the rules up, because nobody's not in number 3 in a long time.
Yeah, with all that rain, it started knocking it down.
That cornbread in the morning. Oh,
yeah, gotta have that.
Bread.
I got the eggs and the milk to go.
I got the milk, I got butter in there, and a bread. Yep, and you got. You see?
Yeah.
Well, I picked that weight up. That's where I picked that weight up.
How long you carried all that weight?
The last, yeah.
Tell me, son, how long?
Cigar for me, Popo.
Huh?
You got one of them cigars for me?
Yeah, look in there. They got 3. And when you want, somebody got to do without Michael to do without.
I don't smoke. I will smoke it for me.
One is for Al.
I'm gonna smoke it.
Well,
Only smoke when I'm on fire.
Number 1 night, so I think I get at least 1 cigar.
And bring me a
Match?
match and
Ashtray.
ashtray, yeah.
Let's see, how long has it
You know,
been?
concrete pipes, that's Sonny Briggs' thing.
Yeah, he's the one who gave this stage tonight, yeah.
Yeah?
Came here one Sunday.
Really?
Yeah, him and all his crew, they stayed there.
That's a nice cigar.
We set some, in the town.
You know? Come on, go around, honker-tonker, you know? I thought that was something bad, man.
And he come, yeah, you know,
go honker-tonker, you know?
them people were living right there, and he walked out there
Merci.
on the side of the door and peed right there. I had to tell him, I said, look, people living right
Who's
there.
this?
Sonny Briggs.
Sonny?
Yeah, I said, people living right there, and got a toilet right here, I said. He walked out on the step and peed there, and people living right there. How long I make all that much difference, but then what? He just sure has.
How long has David been coming out here?
Since a little bit of kid.
Let's see, when was it, you remember when David and I first came out here?
Yeah, all the time y'all used to come. Man, you eat the hell out that rice. Never forget that. And Henry came out here
Yeah.
one time.
Yeah, was
Remember them
gonna
rabbits Jews used to eat?
Yeah.
I'm a bill.
Henry was gonna come.
What you doing, David?
Henry was gonna come tonight, he didn't know about it.
Well, how come Albert didn't tell him, goddamn?
And Albert didn't tell him till the day, but he told Albert you let Henry know yesterday he would come out. Because I met him at the shop, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah. He enjoyed that.
Yeah, I wish you.
Well, then, you remember when Dave and I used to go hunting?
I really wish Henry would have come out here, I really did.
Oh, Henry wanted to
One
come.
time I was fishing on the wharf and you caught a blue town cat on a rod and reel.
Was that me? Or was it?
That's you.
Henry, yeah. Henry caught that.
Oh,
That's lucky 3,000.
Yeah.
But he was racing to the dock, you know, he was reeling in real fast, and a lot of slack in his line.
You remember that time Dave and I put
all the way to
on
the bank.
Oh, yeah.
Man, that was June. What year was that, David? June of
There's
60.
another used to come with David and hold out with Glenn Flat.
Yeah.
He used to come.
Big rabbit, man.
Was that June of 1962 we caught all those frogs?
And then that boy,
Sixes, I know that.
Mrs. Smith, you know, married to Gibson Smith, lived next to Danny.
Yeah.
Buddy.
Oh yeah, Wade Smith. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, one of his boys, and they come out here with David too. She got 3 boys, I believe, huh?
2.
2?
Wade and Gregory.
Yeah, well, I see her.
Buddy and Greg.
She comes.
I can remember warm
She's a
up
nice
first.
lady. She's a nice lady.
Yeah, she sure is.
She's a nice lady. I'm telling
But how many frogs did we have that night?
Huh?
48, 49, something like that.
Yeah,
almost 50.
48 to 43 or something.
We didn't, Mr. Fruge didn't think we'd catch anything, and we brought a big little sack back.
Yeah,
no match.
Dead. I ain't got no match.
Oh, I thought you
That's
had
right on the heater, huh, dude?
Hurry up.
Go.
And she had
Light up.
property. Go and see out there, she needed a little sheetrock or something. She rented the house. Her husband was in the service and she was living in Iowa with his mother and daddy.
This is on film now, Paw Paw. Don't say
And I
anything.
said, this is the honest to goodness truth.
Yeah,
And so she came.
Too early TV.
what month was it that you went up to Mississippi and the first time you saw those ducks coming in? You remember you said about the mouths that came?
Well, you and Daddy, and y'all used to go up there. With
Oh yeah, I had a blind out there, man. You could drive up in your pickup and get out the pickup and walk over there to the blind, and it'd be in there so thick. God damn, man, the water's kind of deep, and like it's standing on the head, you know, the tail
Tipping up, huh?
and it just keep coming, just keep coming, just keep coming, and pile up and pile up.
Those people used to hunting ducks over there?
No, they know nothing about hunting ducks. And I lay down there, you know, cool, I lay down there and just watch them. Just watch them. They were sharp, but it stayed too far, you know.
Yeah, just out of range, yeah.
Yeah, they just pile up and pile up and pile up. But I fooled them. We had some
Corn?
blue bonnet. No, blue bonnet, you had to plant so many acres, you know, it had a little too much. And in Mississippi, they didn't know, they just asked you to mow it, you see. And mow it, it'd come out spot again, you see.
Yeah, right.
So they had made this year, and Charles had combined it and put it in sacks. We didn't turn it in, they put it in sacks outside. So I bought one of them sacks of blue bonnet, and I put it over there where they used to play, you know, then I put some along coming this way towards the blind. And they get in there, eating that rice, you know, and they fall that feet afterwards. Oh, God. Lay down on the ground, man. That was something. You'd be standing out there and you wouldn't see a duck nowhere in the world, nowhere in the country. This is calm and everything. All of a sudden you'd hear, you look up there, man, they just come from Arkansas at that reserve.
Yeah, right,
They knew that place.
White River National Wildlife Refuge, that's across the river.
Drop right in.
Drop right in there. God. But they got sharp. You shoot them early in the morning, you see. Well, then they, you know, by daylight, and they get sharp, they leave a little before daylight.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they're gone. Then if you shoot them another time in the evening late, then they don't come in till after dark. You see, they're sharp. But
Was that all mallard?
oh man, corn fed. They eat, you see, along the Mississippi from the left, you know, in the delta there, when the river go down, it was floods all up there, and the river late in the spring, the water goes down and all that, the water kills all, no grass in there, nothing, and they work that land, they just, yeah, they plant corn in there, you see, make corn to it.
Was that about 1955 or 54, was that? What year?
Yeah, that's it.
Tell us about that time you killed those ducks on White Lake. Was that?
Well, he was telling us about it earlier. That was probably like a week.
No, that was.
Like a week.
Yeah, you remember you y'all were supposed to stay overnight and shoot the ducks on White Lake, north of White Lake.
Yeah, we went to sleep on the boat.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
But this was, they combine that corn with a combine, you see, just like a rice combine.
This is back in Arkansas.
They shut that corn, and then they spill that corn off in there, and them ducks feed there.
Yeah.
You kill them old mallard ducks in there, they're just yellow. You cut that open, nothing but grains of corn, you know.
Happens all
That's
about
the best tasting duck. These here ain't in the picture with that. Yeah.
What night was that?
Well, me and Danny and Davis Bill went out there, and I wasn't going to shoot, you know. I was going to let them shoot. They sit on the levee there and call it.
Shoot at night, y'all had a full moon or what?
At night, yeah. I went down there, further down the road over there, you know, and laid down in the stubbles. It's high stubbles, you know, laid down in the stubbles, you know. And them damn ducks coming down and light right close by me here and there. And Davis and them was shooting them, and I hear them hit the ground, you know, and they wouldn't come picking them up. And also I got up and went over there where they was. And Davis was sitting in the middle. He was doing the call. Dan was on side, me on one side. And he come up there, you know, and make a round and do that duck call, and it stopped. It stopped still, you know. They do like this, you know, to try to see where that duck call was, you know. God damn, you shoot it. And every time they shoot, I kill him. God damn, I said, I know I killed that. Bam, I shot, and I put my foot on him. I said, I know I killed that. So I got on, and I had a large sack, and Danny had a social, and Bill had brought him a little pint of whiskey. He was kind of too treated up to carry. So I had to carry 40-something mallard ducks in a rice sack on my back. And in the water, of course, it wasn't marsh, you know, it was rice field land. We had to park, the pickup truck parked over there. So I carried the whole 40-something mallard ducks. Brought them out to the pickup. We come back to the house in town, you know, and brother had been there, and me and him had killed some specks in the morning and some ducks. They all leaving when we got there, you know. They found out they'd come in to shoot them at daylight. They leave before daylight. But anyway, we killed a bunch of them, and Leah had cooked that big goose, you know, and left it big. And her brother had come back to Crowley, and Danny and Davis had came, you see. So when we come in, I don't know what time it was, 9, 10 o'clock, or maybe later. Anyway, that duck was all big, man. That old goose, we ate. Went to bed and got up about 7 o'clock or before, and we had to clean up. We took all them ducks, you know, 40 some odd, and put them. I had a little back screen porch. Put them, you know, one by one, all in rows, so that you pile them up. Then fellas, they get hot, you know.
Spoil.
So we put them up one side by side, you know, all on that screen porch, and it was cool. So the next one, Davis and Danny started picking them, and I had the water heat, you know. I'd scald them and gut them. Then we took some wash tubs, you know, and we got some ice, and we put a layer of ducks and a layer of ice, a layer of ducks and a layer of ice, all in there. We thought we'd have to put some more ice on the way. We got here, we looked on the way, man, just like we put them. The ice wasn't melted. Come back to crowd, give both his. God, that was
That's when you used to have locker plants.
I got some dry ice, put the dry ice on it. I don't have no match.
Gotta drive them all.
Talk about dust. Lord.
Elmo went up there and met you one time, huh? You all kind of dust, huh?
Ooh, Elmo and Wayne Gray used to come.
Oh, Wayne Gray.
Every Labor Day. I was there 7 years, and they came 6 years out of the 7.
Man.
Labor Day.
On Labor Day. And they'd bring some crabs or something, we'd cook a supper that night, then we'd go and look at and shoot the doves. Well, they were in place while building a cotton gin out there, and every day I'd see them doves pass, just like a stream of water. They never stopped. Just like a stream of water. Going somewhere.
They never hunt those doves over there?
Huh?
They never hunt doves?
No, they didn't know till after we got there, didn't they? And so I said, let's go down there past the cotton gin where I used to see all the doves doing. We got out there a piece, and they had been combining some of those model maize or something, and they hauled in little wagons and they dropped all along there. And start down there, and they won't turn houses. The doves light on the houses, on the roof, on the house roofs. You never see that down here. It's lighting on there, goddamn Elmo shot them ducks so long, and doves so much, his gun was so hot, holy. So I don't know how many we killed that evening. So that night we cleaned them all, and they didn't want, I cleaned the gizzards, they didn't want to fool the gizzards out. Have quart jars of nothing but dove gizzards, And they couldn't bring them back. Because, I don't know if the season was over, but then we all were open it on radio sometime before or after. But anyway, the next evening, he said, we ain't gonna kill them, we're just gonna go see where them doves is going, Went out there and they had a place where they had made a canal or something, had water in there, and they were going there to drink. So Elmo got with all me when he went further down, and he couldn't help. First thing he knew, he killed 60. And we had, I don't know how many, too. He had 60 doves. I don't know how many we killed that weekend. So they didn't bring, so he brought, I believe, a dozen or two to his brother was living, Gerald was living in Greenville, Mississippi. And he brought it up to there and left it. She had to cross the line. They brought him some. Well, I had doves too. And then I'd go out there, I'd carry my gun in the pickup, and I didn't want to eat them frozen doves, I want to eat a fresh one. I'd carry the pickup, and they'd be sitting out there along the road, cotton roads, one shot, and kill all they want. Then I'd have fresh doves. I had this little black Dutch oven pots, man, cook 4 doves in there. And quail be coming in late in the evening, man, and run across the road, bunched up over there. I get back a bam.
What's the best way to cook quail?
Pot roasted.
Alright, what you mean by how long you cook them?
I cooked some last year, and I'm gonna cook some more this year. This man, he don't pick them, he skins them. It's best to pick them.
It's better to pick them.
Yeah, pick them. Just like a pigeon, a squab. Yeah. You pick them. But he skins them. But I just take and season them good and put them in a pot with not too high fire, and kind of brown them, and take them out and make a little gravy and put them back in the gravy. That's the only way I know how to fire roast them.
How long you gotta cook the quail?
Well, to you pull the leg, when you pick up the leg and it tears off.
Now you don't cook quail as long as doves, do you?
No, they cook quicker.
Okay.
Doves, sometimes doves do.
We used to sit
So what they used to do over there, they combine that mile mills, and they have these little cotton wagons.
Yeah.
And put it behind the tractor. And they combine in that wagon, they go down the head, the new fences, go down the head road, and the little wagon is not tight, and they drip get that model made all that, and then all the cotton rolls there, you go down the cotton roll, well, there's some duck, and then you cross the cotton roll, and get to the roll, and you look down there, and right where the wheel pass, and grass, and put that stuff in there, and damn dogs be lined up in there, you just stoop over like that, and even boom. Oh, man.
I want to hear about that duck hunting trip in White Lake, though. That was a good trip. You remember you told me about that. Where was that?
Oh, y'all stayed in that old shrimp boat, Mr. White's place.
Well, the shrimp boat was Mr. Bertrand had rented a boat from Price, had the fish market, and they get a share of the fish for the boat, use of the boat. And they went down there, Laughlin Brothers had a deep well and a slip cut, and he used to bring that quarter boat down there in that slip, and they had a well dug there to get water,
Yeah, right.
and they had a little feather house where they picked the ducks. And
Where was that located in?
it was between Lake Colligan and White Lake.
Okay, Colligan and White Lake. Sure. That's on the southeast end of White Lake.
Yeah, that's it. And so they had a little well or something, they had a little cut place, and put that boat in that cut place. And I believe we left here, it was on a Christmas evening. I had that 10-horse Mercury motor and a plywood boat we had made.
Where did y'all leave from here?
We left them right here.
Right here, okay.
And put my boat on the back of their boat, you see. We didn't put it in the back, we put it on the back.
Yeah.
It was light boat, plywood boat, you put it up there and put it crossways on the back. This was and it had,
What year was that?
I don't know. Well, it was, I can tell you,
Christmas Eve, that must have been a long
I can tell you, while I was up there, I wanted to bring some ducks back. And this was another time I went and slept in that feather house they had there at night. And I wanted to cook something. I couldn't kill a damn bird, you couldn't find a black bird, you couldn't find nothing. And finally I believe shot a marsh hen or something. And we took the breast in that and tied it on a string and fished some crabs there and took the gizzard and cut it up and put it on a trot line, might have a trot line, put that on there. And I know we caught not many crab, but anyway, enough to make a little stew. And we slept in that thing.
What year was that, though? You don't remember?
I don't know. It was between 49 and 57. It was 53 or 54 or somewhere along 55, somewhere along.
Y'all were hunting on the southeast end of White Lake. Around Colligan, between Colligan and the...
Yeah, this year, before you get to White Lake, you see, from Colligan.
From Colligan, okay.
Yeah, and Laughlin Brothers got a slip in there where they used to bring that house, that quarter boat, and they drilled a water well to get the water from that well. And we went past that a little bit and tied that boat in there. And so one of Mr. Bertrand's son, he knew what they were doing. They were feeding ducks in there late in the evening. Put feed in there, for the next morning. And he knew where they put the feed. So when he got there, he went down there with a gun and he killed a bunch of them ducks and brought them there, and we cooked them for supper. It's enough. And the next day, they were going to go run the line, you see, but one of them took me out there. They had two ways, T-lockweed and go-lockweed, little.
Go-lockweed, yeah.
Little eight legs and one, and Mr. Bertrand's son-in-law had the trapping right.
I know where that's at. Yeah, that's below. Then y'all went east. Y'all went due southeast.
Okay.
I know where that's at now. Is that around Alligator Lake?
Yeah, it's all around there.
Yeah.
It's a much lower
And so we shot them damn ducks, and the wind was blowing against it, blew them to the other side. Then I had to go around there to and pick them up, you know. I killed I don't know how many. Anyway, I had plenty ducks, and they had them boxes, you know, and I ice them in there, and I had the boat there, you know. I stayed there, I believe 3 days, and I cooked them, you know, stuff and all. And so then I wanted to come back, but the weather was too bad. I just had that little old boat, and I couldn't come back. So one morning it cleared up, you know, and had a frost. That morning the weather was clear, so they had iced all my ducks in boxes and everything, put in the thing, and I took off. No windshield and nothing. Man, that spray, you know, hit your face just like cutting you. You know, it was drops of water, but it felt like it was ice. It cut. Man, I took off from there, got the Grand Lake, cut across, and I missed the cut. Went in there, got into some lines and stuff, but I didn't get tangled up and that. Found my way out, come right back to here. It was just about sun up. I was here a little after sun up. Had all my ducks iced and everything. I told them they stayed there. Then another time I wanted to bring 20 ducks to Mississippi. So me and AJ went. Yeah, I went in my little, I had a little putt-putt. 9-horse Wisconsin. And putt, you know.
Car must have been slow, huh?
No, it go pretty good. So we went 2 boats. AJ went in one, I went in one. Then we slept in that same little old house.
Feather house.
Yeah. So the next day we went, the season closed, I believe, that the day we went. Anyway, we went into Stanley property, and they didn't line over.
Now where was that?
That's the Pan Am Club.
Where that relation to where you hunted before?
I don't know. West side of White Lake.
Northwest side. Okay.
It's a big impound.
That's why we went.
That far from
Our flowery ball just flew the other day.
Then we came back, we came through a little cut into one of these canals that go between Round Lake and Blackfish Lake.
Yeah, I know
We
that.
had a little cut.
Yeah, I know that.
We come in that cut, coming back, and that was Dr. Morgan and Percy Lambert, and that little old Greek used to work at the restaurant there. Yeah, they was fishing in a boat,
Yeah.
and AJ was ahead of me. He was carrying the ducks. You see, he said, I know how to handle them better, and I was coming in the back by myself, you know. And I got to there, I didn't know which way to turn, and I met them along there, and they told me which way to go. But we went into Stanley, you know, and didn't have no duck caller, no decoy, no nothing. Got in there, goddamn, the ducks was coming in. And I shot for a while, then I got scared and I quit. And we saw, it looked like a man waiting on the end of the run down there, and there was an old post sitting there. And we stayed sitting down there for how long, waiting for him to leave, you know, whoever it was. But it wasn't. Finally we decided, come out, he brought the ducks.
That was a clear morning, you said?
Oh yeah, no, this was, I don't know whether it's clear or not this time, but this was the season that closed the day before or something. But I had my 20 ducks, and they helped me clean them. I scarred them right here and fed them and gutted them and everything. I brought them to Mississippi. We didn't know I had ducks in Mississippi then, you know. I used to leave December the 8th. Every year I left there December the 8th. That was Ascension, navigation. I used to leave, that's when we used to leave every time. And then they'd go back to the April, you see. We didn't know they had ducks there. So that year when we had them ducks, it was a kind of a low place like that, you know.
Slough like that.
Yeah, slough. And we got done, you know, and I said, yeah, we ought to pump some water in there, Mike. So I had to pump that, put water in there, and I went there in the evening. Just pump the water, went there in the evening, they had 2 or 3 mallards or something flew up out of there, they were there. So I brought some of that rice, you know, and I threw all that rice in the pot. And the next morning, Clyde, Boy, and Willie Will East that lives right there on that farm over here in Crowley, he was there helping them finish cutting. We just had finished. They went out there that morning, they killed 26. 26. And man, then after that I went there every morning, go there, they was in there. See, from Arkansas to airline, it ain't but a short distance, you
I
know.
think you're talking about White River National Water.
They cross that Mississippi and come right there.
Bang, Metro.
Yeah, man. But they had the doves up there. And I asked the old man, I said, they got doves up. Oh, I never seen no doves.
Who's that?
Yeah, old man Blanksley.
Oh, the one
He
who
cut the
feed the
hay.
horse.
I let him mow all the hay for nothing. Give it to him. He mowing the hay, you know, and all. I ain't seen no doves. And I went out there and had bales of hay there, you know, they have more stack them bales of hay like that, just get behind that bale of hay and this dog just come in there. Especially after you cut hay, you know, after, and the animals stack them bales of hay like that, just get behind them bales of hay.
How about around over here? Ever did any duck hunting around this area, you know, run around a camp and
No, not much. Well, first year I had the camp, 1949. Old man Broussard, George Daddy, he let me build a blind.
where that,
You go down that road, you know, you turn right here next to my house, go down that road down there, up until where that pump is there, when you go to turn, well, back down that way. And he told I could build a
Little
blind.
marsh out there, huh?
And so I got Mr. Bertrand's son living in a houseboat right there, and I paid him $200 for the season. That season was 80 days then. Paid him $200 for the season to guide it, you know. He made the blind. So come out here, the duck season was open the next day, you know. But come
when
out
did that
here-
season open in that time?
I don't remember. Come out here and went out there late in the evening, you know, to see about the blind. Somebody was already in the blind. God damn, this had built it. It was the people on board. They were in the blind. So I went out there
You run them out.
and we killed a good while. Then it dried up. You know, it didn't rain, dried up. It was no more good at all. So we found a place at Hawk down here.
Where's that?
On the river,
You go down with Bill Myers here.
around the Klondike Canal.
Yeah, down the Klondike Canal, little piece, so we dredged it, and then you couldn't go no further. You had to leave the boat and walk the rest of the day. So that it's connected with the river. You see, as long as there's water in the river, there's water in there. You know.
Yeah, right.
And so we fixed us a blind bad man. We done good. It killed that. The next year, me and Elmo worked like a slave, haul branches and haul everything, fix a nice blind. Went the morning that this thing was going to open, and there was 4 people in the blind. The man on the land said, well, we're going to hunt a little while longer. Y'all can hunt after we leave if you want. I went and saw Percy Darby. He's the one had charge of it or something. He wouldn't leave his hunt. He said, no, I want to keep it for his boys or something like that. But never do that.
Yeah, but you,
And we killed lots of ducks.
you
there.
fixed up the blind before you left, didn't you?
No. No,
Didn't you take your hatchet and break it all up?
No, I didn't
Yeah,
take
you
it
told
off.
me that.
Well, I might have been another one, but not that one.
You said no when you got mad, and when they left, you took it, y'all just broke it all up with hatchets.
Well, I don't remember, but I didn't. This year, we never did go back. That was the last time we went. You had to walk through a little piece of marsh to get, you had to walk a good piece.
How about that time David kills 2 specklebells?
Oh, it was, I don't know why he killed those.
Slipped up on them.
That was an accident.
I didn't know it.
No, I didn't know it.
Yeah, tell me about it. You didn't know specklebell. You didn't. How about geese? How'd you come to know what type of goose was what?
I didn't know, and here David come in all them pretty geese, you know, man, but said, man, he said, that's good, that's a speckled belly. I didn't know it in there. I am thinking about a goose. But they would kill more than a speckled belly.
What's this snake bite medicine you used to buy every week when you went there?
And there was little. And
I like Brian.
I'm picking up at the convent, you know. He tell his sister something, you know. We leave at 12 o'clock. So pretty soon the sister caught on to it. And they wouldn't let him leave till 3:30.
Every Friday and every Friday?
I would wait there and 3:30, get in the truck, we come on. And sailor rows are on the way. That sailor rows on the way coming, you know, and then you come out here and then we go back on Sunday evening.
And then we'll stop.
All the time. So then we stopped at that place, you know. I said, well, I got to get some snake medicine, you know. You never can tell, somebody might get bit, you know. And I buy a pint of Walker Deluxe. Walker Deluxe. That's what I used to get all the time. Bring it out here, you know. And I didn't care about drinking. I drink maybe a little bit. The old man, 100 pounds drinking most of it. Yeah, and kept on every day, every Friday, you know. Pint of Walker Deluxe. And they know it did. After a while, nothing dawned on him, he found out.
You didn't like to come out here in the fall, huh, David, every Friday?
Oh, I used to live out here.
He wouldn't come home to eat dinner. He'd get out there on the wharf and watch them little fish or something and stay there. I said, God damn, I ain't gonna call. Let him stay. There, sometimes it'd be 3 o'clock, 3:30. Never come home to eat dinner. Watching them little fish and on the wharf, watching food.
They had those lions sitting there, canals out there.
One time, you know, he set some lines, pool lines, along that, and man, he come in with the catfish, you know, and this and that. They run back on more. At certain times of the year, it bites better, you know, man.
How about that time David caught those bass?
Yeah, that was down there where they dumped that trash, you know, down that road. The water was running there, you know, and it's a dip net on the side to catch them little shrimp.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a couple of red tail mills we call them.
Put that on there, you know, and
Top mills.
he was fishing there, and man, he had that damn thing was put, oh, damn old shoe pit, damn old shoe pit. Got done, man, I run in the truck, and I got that dip net. I had a dip net with a long handle, brought it there, put it in that great big old bag. Caught 3 of them. The next day we went there, the water went down, caught one little bit of one, and it was gone. But I dressed them.
That was the same day that George Cannon ran for that 89-yard touchdown.
I dressed them, and, you know, cleaned them, dressed them, left the heads on them. I left the heads on them, you know, and so you could see it. Looked,
How big they were.
It was pretty, you know, and had one of those cake pans.
Yeah,
and put three big trout in that cake pan, man, and the oil head and all, brother, man.
David never told you about
I
it.
kept going back and looking at them all in the night.
Michael, I'm gonna let you go.
No, 5 minutes of film, he said.
Oh. 8:20.
All right, Dave, let's see a little live demonstration of your speckled-belly call here. Oh, let's hear a real call now. Give us the old holler.
Yeah.
They go out, hands all cramped up. Hands cramped. Perhaps it's 3 days.
Oh man, one time me and Mike went down there hunting for bait in my pickup truck. Right down here, before you get to that little joint there, you know, we went straight in that field where they got a road go way down there, and there's a point of marsh comes up in there. And we went down there, you know, and Mike had that cast net, you know, just hunting for bait to bait the catfish line. He threw that cast net out there, man, come up full of crawfish. Come on. I got that little old tub, man, he shook them in there. and we didn't have nothing to put them in that little tub. I shut the back end of the truck, and we filled that truck bed. God, put about 4 inches of more crawfish in that truck.
That's all pumped out now.
Pumped it out. Big old trout, soccer leg laying all over the place. Man, we had more damn fish.
He was sick a while back, wasn't he?
He separated with his wife. He
Where's it on one all the way on the top?
Yeah, put her out.
First one,
Yeah.
You get that old Regal clock. That old Regal.
I mean, that Joe Machota gave me that thing. When he used to be a agent for Regal Beer.
Yeah.
Joe Machota.
That lamp?
No, I bought that. The kid gave me that.
No, you're talking about the
Well, a
clock.
lamp, yeah.
In bed, you know, you could put it down.
Now, this camp was built in 1949, is that correct?
Yeah, it's out there on the thing.
And how many square feet is it, you think?
Well, I don't know. I believe this part here is 18 by 26. We had to cut a path to go out there, and I made a walk. We're out there, and I had a wall. And Father Siggy would come here. He was in gear on. Then I brought a bunch of kids here, and they all got out there filling that wall, and there's mud under there, and the damn wall sunk. Didn't sink a whole lot, but it did. And I had a garage there where I used to put my little putt-putt. And Mr. Bertrand,
Hey, what you doing?
Kinda like the other
duke
part,
it out,
get
you
my
know,
foot
I give him $1 a week. Every Saturday when I come here, he was here, I give him $1. He pumped the,
Yeah, Mike Bush Henry could come up all the time, sick out here.
Why don't you just cut all the gas
and
on
this is a
there?
good building. During that storm, when they had that 57, there's 3 families living here. Because I had gas, you see. They could cook and all that, and then they used water from out yonder. But he said this house wouldn't crack or shake. You see, it's built, we got studs ever so far apart and then ribbons across like this, because this is upside down. And on the outside we had cypress boards. We walled it up this way, and inside it's this way, and we got studs, braces. He said that house wouldn't shake a bit, no crack or nothing. It's solid, and there's 3 families lived in here. They had gas, you know, to cook, to heat, to cook and eat, and everything. They lived here for I don't know how long.
Okay, this is the Mama's birthday.